All right. Good morning, traders. Today is October 9th, 2024. Thank you for being here. My SPY pivot this morning, 571.31. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. All of the Fab 5 are in daily uptrends. SPY closed with 2-hour uptrend and a 10-minute uptrend. SPY, QQQ, and FNG closed their daily candles with higher highs and higher lows over bullish traps over their 17 EMAs. IWM and Diamond Dow made inside days, closing below their bearish traps. One of them closed under the 17. I think that's IWM. And Diamond Dow closed just over the 17 EMA. Gold and silver, both in uptrends, both made lower highs and lower lows, closing under bearish traps. UNG in an uptrend made an inside day, closing below a bearish trap under the 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. US dollar index in an uptrend, was in a downtrend for the longest time, and that was nice. Closed near the 102.49 area. All right, let's go take a look at some charts. First chart we look at is SPY. Okay, you can see on the 10-minute for SPY, we're up over, okay, the 17. You got the 3 is the thin yellow line on top of the white thin line, which is the 8 EMA. All 3 of them up over a rising, the green dots are the 17 EMA over a 17 EMA. So we closed with a 10-minute uptrend going into close, okay? So my SPY pivot's going to be like 571.39, which is going to put it right about, a little bit too far, right about there. Okay, right about there. And you can see price action comes up, pulls back to it, pops around on top of it, goes down underneath it, comes back up, and you can see right there that price went up to this from underneath and came down from it from above. So above that, I'm a bull. Below that, I'm a bear. Right? So I'm looking for a 10-minute uptrend. We already have one. So all I need for an entry is a green candle that's not a topping tail candle. All right? I don't want a candle that has more wick than body and tail, all right? So I need a decent, regular green candle. Can't be a red candle because that's moving in the wrong direction, all right? So I'm looking for a decent green candle. Can't be a doji. That's this little cross you got right there. Don't want one of those either, or one of these. This is another little type of a doji. There's a fat doji. That's a thin doji. All right, I don't want a fat doji or a thin doji because that's a sign of pausing or resting. All right, so I don't want either one of those. So I don't want a red candle, don't want a doji, don't want a topping tail. If I get a green candle, that's an entry. All right, the first entry is going to be right here, right up over 573.60. All right, so in a green candle up over that, igniting candle coming out of there, that would be interesting to play. All right, for the upside target, well, it's going to be the all-time high, which is right up here. Okay, about 574.50. All right, so that'll be the first target, 574.50. I would expect them after 1, 2, 3 there. To make it through, all right? And what we want to see is price consolidate on top of it. It probably won't. It'll probably just continue to rise to 576, 77, 78, then maybe pull back and test minor support. It may not even test minor support. It may just melt up all day long. We'll see what it wants to do, all right? So we're back up here where sellers were before. So you have to manage your stops and roll them up each 10-minute candle. All right, you kind of want to roll them up. You know, you don't want them so tight You don't want them like on the current 10-minute candle, maybe not even on the past 10-minute candle, but maybe on the candle before that. Okay, give them some room to move so that they can move up. All right, because we're bullish right now. We set a higher low, okay, on this 10-minute chart right here, higher low. That was your clue that we're probably going to set a higher high. Okay, and there you go. We got the higher high. Here's the high, and we made a higher high. Not only we make a higher high, but we took out this high and this high. All right, so we're looking for a 10-minute candle to the upside. I'm bullish in the pre-market. You can see price came down to VWAP, moved up, and is consolidating over to the right. All right, so there's your first entry right there over 573.60. All right, so there's our 10 minutes. Take a look at the 2-hour. 2-hour chart. We have a 2-hour uptrend going into the close. All right, so that's bullish. All right, let's take a look at daily chart. Okay, daily chart for the daily candle. Got a bullish engulfing. See the move down? And then if you fill this in, because we came from down here and went all the way up there, you got bullish engulfing. The body doesn't show it during the active hours, but if you were watching the futures, you got bullish engulfing there. Okay, so you can see higher low, higher high, closing over bullish trap. That's the thin yellow line on top of the 8. All three of them priced the 3 and the 8 EMAs all over the 17 EMA. That's the green dots. Okay, so closing over the 17 over the bullish trap. All right, let's take a look at still consolidating here on the daily channel. All right, on the daily chart, excuse me. Still consolidating over to the right. See this moving up, holding the higher ground. That's bullish. All right, get my drawing tools out. You can see consolidation over prior consolidation. Okay, that's bullish. Okay, consolidation over prior consolidation is bullish. All right, not to mention the bears giving it up. You see that? That's neutral. See how price goes down, but it actually goes even further back up. So you can see they brought it down, but then they gave it up. All right. Same thing happens when we go up. When we go up and then we give it up and price goes up like that, comes back down, that's neutral. Okay. When price goes up, comes back down and further, that's bearish. Okay. So price went down and went back up further, that's bullish. Okay. You see that? So that's bullish because we went down and then the bears gave it up, but then we went further. That would have been neutral right there, but then they gave it up and more, so that's bullish. All right? When you're looking at price action, this is what you look for. You look for the clues to tell you what's going on inside the charts, okay? Now you can see, trash that out. Let's get back off of here. Where did they pull back to? Okay, pull back to right here. They pulled back to a little bit of support area right through there. You can see that dip. It brought us back to about 540. All right, so moving up, all right, and consolidating, okay. In other words, moving up and holding the higher ground, that's bullish. We look for another move to the upside like that, okay. Moving up, holding the higher ground, then we look for another move to the upside. So we could see 5,600, 580 is going to be the first whole number that we would probably look for. And I would not be surprised to see 5,600. All right. Things are set up. All the sectors are acting very bullish right now. I think we could probably even go parabolic here. So we'll see what happens. All right. We'll see. We'll see. All right. 580 would be a nice day today or tomorrow. Ending the week at 580 would be beautiful. All right, so let's go take a look at QQQ. All right, here's QQQ. I'm going to pull up another one. That's one of my all-time high. Okay, so here's our all-time high anchored VWAP. That's the pink line. All right. Whenever price is in an uptrend over the all-time high anchored VWAP, I have a strong opinion that money is flowing into the markets. Okay. Okay, uptrend over the all-time high anchored VWAP. All right, so we got a 2-hour uptrend. That'd be money flowing in. Okay, price action. Okay, price action, notice here's a low. We make a higher low, and then we make a higher high. That's a high. We made a higher high. That's an uptrend. Okay, so you got a daily uptrend on QQQ. So QQQ doing the same thing, doing the nice work here. Okay, again, moving up and holding the higher ground. Okay, so we're going to look for another move up like that. Okay, over all-time high anchored VWAP. This is looking good. All right. So let's take a look at the next one. All right, again, making higher lows and higher highs. All right, let's take a look at the next one, which would be FNGU. All right, FNGU broke this high right here, so that put them in an uptrend. Since that uptrend, they have failed to make lower lows. So that's still in an uptrend. They have made a higher low here, but we're still waiting for them to produce a higher high over this high right here. Price action is up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Again, just looking for uptrends over that all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. You want to ride right alongside of the institutions. When they're injecting money, you want to be injecting money. Okay, so there's FNGU. So they got an uptrend. You want to be ride right alongside of them. Now the FNGU has 10 of the most heavily weighted stocks in the SPY and the QQQ. So I follow this. All right, this is pretty much going to jerk the market. Wherever this goes, it's going to jerk the market with it. So we made higher low here, maybe another higher low there, okay, but no higher highs yet. So we're still waiting for FNGU to produce that higher high. I think they might get it done today. All right, they might. We'll see. All right, if they don't, then they're going to go into that consolidation where they come all the way back to 382.50 and then waffle around and look for the higher low. All right, so there's FNGU. Again, what do we look for? Clues, okay? Moving up, holding the higher ground, okay? Looking for another move to the upside like that. Okay, moving up and holding the higher ground. That's good. Okay, notice here, okay, notice here they went up and then they gave it up. Okay, that's neutral. Okay, they given up and they gave it up. Neutral again. Going up, holding the higher ground. That's bullish. Now we look for another move to the upside. Okay, see, this is what the clues you're looking for. And you're up over all-time high anchored VWAP. Okay, that's a good sign. So there's FNGU, QQQ, and SPY, all in daily uptrends. All right, let's take a look at IWM. Okay, IWM, all right, not quite as bullish as the others, okay, but making a higher low and a higher high. Okay, higher low, higher high. Price action up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. But if you notice, it's just not moving up. It's just kind of just melting there. All right, so just melting. But the good news is it's melting over the midpoint right there. Okay, from this point right here, it's melting over the midpoint. That's bullish. I prefer it to be in a location up here in the quadrant 4. Okay, but it's over the midpoint. I'll take what I can get. Okay, again, price, all right, is moved up and kind of held the higher ground up there. Okay, that's bullish. So we're looking for another move to the upside like that. Okay, so price action bullish there. Making higher lows, higher highs. Overall time high anchored VWAP. That's good. Okay, notice another thing, right? consolidation for the most part over prior consolidation. Okay, consolidating over prior consolidation. Not as pretty as this, but still consolidating over prior consolidation. That's bullish. Everything's looking bullish here. Okay, IWM looking good. Okay, up over the all-time high, anchored VWAP. Very good. Okay, so keep an eye on that. That one's looking good. Diamond Dow. Now, Diamond Dow put in about 8 days ago right here, 7 days, a new all-time high right there. There's the prior all-time high. That's the new all-time high. You can see price action, excuse me, is up over the prior all-time high anchored VWAP. Price action is giving you all the right clues. Okay, moving up and over to the right, looking for another move up. Okay, so Diamond Dow, bullish. All right, IWM, bullish. QQQ, bullish. SPY, bullish. FNGU, bullish. All right, let's go look at our technicals. All right, we're over here. See if I can do this. All right. For the technicals, we spent the day, yesterday, in the seller's chop zone again. Okay. We did spike the midpoint here to get into the buyer's chop zone, but the bears threw us out. We made a higher low, and then we came back and started leaning on the door again to get back into the buyer's chop zone. All right, so there's price action there for yesterday on T21.22. Sometimes they don't want to move as quickly as I want them to. All right, let's take a look at T21.23. Now remember on T21.23, this would be yesterday's price action. This would be the day before. So we made a brand new all-time high the day before. So we had what? An inside day here. Okay? So price action, a little bit of selling, a little bit of buying, a little bit of selling, a little bit of buying. Okay? All in all, okay, holding the higher ground again. Same thing, everything. These are the clues. You look up and over to the right. Okay, notice up over this rising 200 SMA. Okay, price is looking good. T21.23 looking really good. All right, price action just consolidating inside day to the prior day's price action. You can see we went up to this high, down to this low, so we spent the day inside that. All right, so let's take a look at T21.23 3-bar. Again, putting in 3 more green candle bars up over the rising 200 SMA. Rising 200 SMA, making it in between these two prior all-time highs right here. Get three prior all-time highs. 200 SMA, making it in between there. Like to see it actually climb up through and make it up into here. We'll see what it wants to do. T21.23, moving up and holding the higher ground. Okay, notice up and over. Looking for another move to the upside. We'll see what happens. All right, things looking bullish right now. All right, let's take a look at FNGU one more time on a different nature. You can see yesterday, all right, buying from the beginning of the day. See the green all the way to the end of the day, closing the day near the high of the day, which is very bullish. Okay, means possibility that the move is not done, and they're looking for maybe a 3-bar move. So we could see another green candle up here today, and maybe another one the day after. So there's FNGU, 15-minute, buying from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, rising up over this 200 SMA. Okay, we were underneath it, now we're on top of it. Notice the catch. Okay, see the catch right here, where price comes down, tags the top, blasts up through the 200 SMA, okay, and then comes down here, and the 200 catches it in the palm of its hand and throws it back up there. Excuse me. Too much cream in the coffee, I guess. All right, so there it is. There's the catch on the 200 SMA looking to go higher. All right, so there's FNGU. Always watch for those catches. See, here's a catch right here. Another catch right there where it takes it and throws it up higher. All right, so we'll see. We're back up here where sellers were before, right there. So we'll see what we're going to do. So far, it looks like the second time up, they'll probably spike it through, at least make a peak up there somewhere. All right, so look for that to continue on today to the upside. All right, so we'll see what happens there. Let's go back, take a look at a few sectors. Okay, first we'll start out with silver and gold, precious metals. Here's silver. Silver, yesterday's price action, lower low, lower high, closing underneath the bearish trap, underneath the rising 17. Silver, putting in higher lows and higher highs, is in an uptrend. Here's the recent high, anchored VWAP. That's not the all-time high, okay? All right, but price is up over it. When it's moving in an uptrend, money is flowing into the silver market. Okay, so silver still in an uptrend. Gold making new all-time highs. Okay, this candle right here, that would be an all-time high right up there. You can see that's about 8 days ago. Okay, so gold making, moving up, holding the higher ground up here. Okay, price action, lower high, lower low, closing under the bearish trap, looking like over the 17 EMA there. So there's gold, still bullish on gold right there. Okay, let's take a look at USO. That would be petroleum crude oil. Okay, lower high, lower low, closing inside the bullish trap between the yellow and the white line over the rising 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend, making higher lows. Here's a low, made a higher low, and then making higher highs. There's a high, there's the new high. Okay, so that's an uptrend right there. Okay, just getting a little pullback. Could see a pullback to minor support right down to there. Look for it to spike that area and then hopefully bounce back up and retest these high. We'll see. So there's USO in a daily uptrend. UNG also in an uptrend. Okay, price action making a higher low here and a higher high. Okay, pulling back, maybe it finds support right through here in this consolidation area right there. Okay, see, I will, let me box that in for you. Okay, so we got consolidation right on this plane right here. Okay, so look for it to pull back, test the top here, and then J-hook out of there to make another higher high. I would expect my target to come right up to here. All right, if I got a J-hook out of there, that's my next target up there. So there's UNG. All right, still in an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at a few sectors and then we'll check out the economics package. First one, SMH. All-time high anchored VWAP, prices over it and moving up. Money's flowing in to the semiconductors ETF. All right, so there's price action, making higher lows and higher highs. That's an uptrend, moving up. SMH, bullish. All right, again, moving up, holding the higher ground, bullish. All right, let's take a look at XLK, technology sector. Okay, up over the all-time high anchored VWAP, that's the pink line. Okay, moving up, holding the higher ground, that's bullish. Making higher lows, higher highs, that's bullish. Okay, uptrend over the anchored VWAP, bullish. Everything looking bullish there. That's XLK, that's our technology sector. XLI, industrials. Okay, prior all-time high, recent all-time high. Moving up, holding the higher ground, bullish. Higher low, higher high, uptrend. Okay, everything moving up, holding the higher ground. That's bullish. All right, XLI bullish, SMH bullish, XLK bullish. All right, let's take a look at XLF. XLF moving up, holding the higher ground. Okay. Move up. Hold the higher ground. That's bullish. Look for another move up. That's what we look for. Okay, price action, making a higher low, yet to produce a higher high right here. But we are in an uptrend because we took out these two highs right there. So we got a new high, so that puts us in an uptrend. Moving up, holding that higher ground over the all-time high anchored VWAP, just looking for the uptrend. Okay, uptrend over it. That's all we're looking for. Okay, so price working out there. XLF is bullish. All right, let's take a look at XLU. All right, so here's XLU. Okay, see the move up. Okay, again, move up, hold the higher ground. See this? Move up, hold the higher ground. Okay, get another move up. Okay, so nice move there. All right, so this is still in an uptrend. All right, not till it breaks this low right here will it be in a downtrend. Okay, notice it didn't put any stairs in, any consolidation. So it's got a long way to drop if it wants to test this low. There's July low right there. Okay, so there's XLU. That's our utility sector. All right, let's take a look at IYT. There's the transports. This is the all-time high for the transports is the blue line, not the pink one. Okay, the blue line price action is over the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. Price action is made a higher low and a higher high. That's bullish. Price action is up over the midpoint of the quad lines. That's bullish. Put those in there for you if I can get them. All right, see here's the midpoint. Came down, tested it. We're back up in quadrant 4 up here. Okay, this would be quadrant 4 up there. So price action up there in quadrant 4. That's bullish. See the red candle right there starting out the morning. All right, so moving up, holding that higher ground, that's bullish. So we got an uptrend, everything looking bullish on the transports. All right, so everything looking good. You got all of your sectors, T2123, just made new all-time highs. You got all of the sectors that are needed to have one of those robust rallies are all in uptrends. Almost all of them are over all-time high anchored VWAPs. Okay, almost, not XRT. Take a look at XRT before we take off. Okay, XRT has not made higher highs, but if we look at this on the macro level, okay, on the bigger picture, you got price action moving up and holding the higher ground. We're looking for another move to the upside. Okay, it's been in consolidation since all of 2024. Okay, just recently, just in a downtrend because we failed to make higher highs. Okay, but the good news is, unlike the time before where we went up and then we gave it up, okay, notice this time they went up and they gave it up and more, okay, so that put them in a downtrend. Okay, until we make higher highs, we won't be in an uptrend. Okay, a little bit different this time because now we, instead of going up and giving it up, we're going it up and holding this higher ground over the midpoint. So that's bullish. Okay, so we could see a higher low come out of this consolidation right here and then look for price to probably break out to the upside right over the top of this channel. At least probably test all of these wicks or bearish engulfings right up here. All right, so they're winding up, getting ready to blast out of there. So there's XRT, there's the transports. Not in an uptrend yet, just consolidating in the channel. All right, still in a downtrend because they haven't made the higher highs. But the activity and the clue is bullish in the shorter time frame, in the smaller time frame. Okay, bullish. And it's bigger on the it's bullish on the bigger time frame. If you look at it on the macro level, like I said before, moving up, holding the higher ground. Okay, finally, now we're getting through the 1 year of consolidation. Maybe now they give us the breakout. All right, let's go take a look at the economics package. All right, and see what's going on inside the economics package. Hopefully it comes up. All right, first one. Nope, don't want that one. Here we go. Economic calendar for today. Okay, we got MBA mortgage applications come out at 7, already out. A couple of Fed speakers, but not Mr. Powell. Wholesale inventories come out at 10. Petroleum report comes out almost every Wednesday at 10:30. Okay, another couple Fed speakers, but not Mr. Powell. But we do have, we're going to listen to a recording of the FOMC minutes at 2 p.m. And I'm sure Mr. Powell will be speaking on those minutes. All right, a couple more Fed speakers. All right, so this will be probably the highlight of the day right here. Tomorrow, CPI. Okay, you probably want to think about being delta neutral or close to, with a little bit of a bullish edge, as long as we continue to move up today. If we move up and close at the high of day, all right, I would definitely be a little bit bullish going into the close, but I would want to have some of that offset by being delta neutral. In other words, if I had calls, I would probably, as a strategy, sell some out of the money covered calls over it, okay? Not under it, over it. I would sell calls over the strike price that I currently have, all right, for price to fly into my trap, all right? That way I could take it off without having to worry about a lot. And I would have, only because CPI is coming out at 8:30 tomorrow morning, all right? Remember, the options market doesn't open up till 9:30. All right, so you want to probably be delta neutral going into CPI, at least leaning a little bit bullish, okay? Jobless claims 8:30 tomorrow. Gas report at 10:30 tomorrow, okay? Again, almost every Thursday at 10:30, almost, okay? Gas report comes out at 10:30. A couple of Fed speakers, but not Mr. Powell, and then that's it for Friday. PPI final demand, 8:30. Austin Goolsbee speaks, another Fed speaker. Consumer sentiment at 10, then a rig count at 1. A couple more Fed speakers, and then that's it. All right, that's it for the week, okay? But on the earnings calendar, what do we got here? On Friday, we got some big earnings coming in on Friday, okay? So here's $2 billion here. I think that's AutoZone, I'm not sure, okay? But familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets, okay? Right here, we got $96 billion, but they don't know when they're going to report. Still probably putting together the P&L, all right? Delta Airlines, like I said, familiar names, but nothing that's going to move the markets. Here's the big ones, all right? $600 billion, that's over $500 billion. All right, right there, $600 billion. Okay, these are the ones that can move the markets, and you've got a bunch of them all at the same time. Okay, you've got JP Morgan's going to report Friday morning right after CPI. Remember, CPI comes out Thursday. Well, Friday morning, JP Morgan's going to report. Wells Fargo's going to report. Progressive, if they can finish their P&L. BlackRock's going to report. Okay, look at the market cap, 600. 194 billion, 600 billion, 194 billion, 139 billion, and then we got 53 billion. All right, so got quite a bit of market caps going to report Friday morning. For Monday, nothing going on Monday. All right, and let's take a look at Max Payne. And it's not going to come in. Let's take a look at the dollar. The dollar kind of paused here, and I don't know if it's taken off. It's going to test the highs. Okay, but with dollar closed yesterday about 102.45 area, right about there. Okay, like see the dollar start to come back down, challenge these lows. Dollar's in an uptrend because it made higher highs through here. Okay. And max pain for today, 572, with a little, almost 2 puts for every call. And that's only regarding the puts and calls. That's the options that expired today at 4 p.m. All right, or 4:30, 4:15 actually for SPY calls. All right, so that's it for today. I'm going to be in and out all day. All right. So if you got any questions, post them in there. Yep. Thanks, John. All right. Got any questions, post them in there. Other than that, I'll see you guys in about probably 40 minutes, and we'll open up the market.